It's race day in Connersville. Hi, everybody, and welcome to TV3's coverage of the 2016 Downhill Derby. With Ron Wiley, this is Fran Schomel, and we are located on the south side of Ziegler Road at the south edge of Connersville. Ziegler Road connects Gray Road on the west and State Road 121 on the east. This is a soapbox derby-style race. The Lions clubs of Connersville and Everton are presenting this event for boys and girls 8 to 18 years old. Ray Gully of the Everton Club is the chairman. This race is a continuation of the Downhill Derby that was renewed in 2013 as part of Connersville's bicentennial 200th birthday celebration. To set the scene for you, the race course is 850 feet long and runs west to east on Ziegler. The cars are using gravity. There's no engine. The top speed is between 35 and 40 miles an hour. It takes approximately 30 seconds to cover the 850 feet. Ron, welcome to the coverage, and we're underway.
Yeah, this is a test run, getting the kids kind of familiar with the track. Again, 850 feet long may not seem very long, but when you're on this track and you're at the mercy of gravity, it's a long time. And these kids they've been doing this for years. They're pros.
These car bodies are various shapes, but they are identical with 10-inch wheels, the same braking system, axles and steering system, and for safety the driver must wear a proper fitting helmet. The starting ramps are electronically activated, and at the finish line there are laser triggers that activate when the front wheels hit the trigger. Okay, we're ready to go. We're going to have the first race will be drivers 10 to 18, and the weight limit is 280 pounds. That includes the driver and the car. Then will come the race with a 230-pound weight limit. The drivers again will range in age from 10 to 18, and today's third event will be for youngsters 8 and 9 years old, with the car and driver not to exceed 210 pounds combined weight. Each car must go through an inspection before the race, meet the maximum weight allowed, and certain safety requirements. Ron, it's a great day, great weather-wise.
Oh, this is fantastic. It's a beautiful day. I remember last year, started off kind of rainy, then
Yes.
Became steamy and hot. This is a perfect day. Nice wind.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah.
An east wind, but I don't think that'll cause too many problems for the drivers.
Hopefully it shouldn't. Again, these kids have done this for years. They know how to compensate for the wind, and this is fun. If you've not seen this before, you need to come down here and check this out when they have this again, because it's a lot of fun. And these kids, they help their parents design it. They go on the internet and they search, the best ways to be able to design it to get the best aerodynamics. Again, it's just gravity. It's not engine. It's driver skill as well. They got to know how to keep it straight and keep it going.
And there's no steering wheel in these vehicles.
No, not
they
at all.
steer with their feet, don't they?
Yeah. They have, kind of those, the pulley system, from
Yes.
what I understand. But, it's great. I mean, we've seen so many things. Very safe. We've seen some crashes. It's very, very safe, other than some scared for the most part. I mean, the kids are safe, and this is a very safe sport. That safety is number one. Last year we saw a tie. Remember that?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
this is a perfect hill for this,
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a relatively new road, and it's just great. And I know everybody here is having a good time, and we're going to have the opening race here in just a moment. But right now, we remind you that you're watching TV3's coverage of the Lions Club 2016 Downhill Derby in Connersville.
Looking for something exciting for your family to do? Explore the skies at the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force and climb aboard our Space Shuttle exhibit. Free admission and free parking, open 9 to 5 every day. Visit nationalmuseum.af.mil.
Ron, we're about ready to go with the first race. And number 123 will be Ziegler. And that's on the far car, and this one our near car 650 Dakota Reeb Summer.
Yeah, 60. Looks like 65D is Sorry, my handwriting's terrible. Dakota Reebsummer.
I'm not sure what the number is for the car.
Yeah, the 65D, I see it over there. Right there, these cars are just so nicely made. And again, you talked about different shapes. You can see on Groom's car there in the north end, it's kind of got that sharp point in the beginning. And Groom's is more circular.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's a false start.
False start already here as a
You know, if I remember last year, I think it was in the south that the spring was hard to go on the south. We had a problem last year on that.
seems like what they did, yes.
Yeah, you see them checking the system right there, and making sure that it's in there properly and ready to go for Groom. You know, again, a lot of these kids raced last year. They're really familiar with this.
Yeah,
really
they've got
familiar
some
with this
veterans
race.
here. This is the
Yeah.
fourth year for this, and I'm not sure if any youngsters that raced in 2013 are here today or not.
Well, I know Eric Fettinger. I think he's won
I
it
think
every
he's
year.
a veteran, right?
Yeah, Gracie Filler. I think she actually beat him, Fettinger, in like the single elimination, and then or in the winners bracket, and then she lost to him in the championship round. So, you know, she's out looking for revenge this year. But you know, hey, it could be Reebsummer, could be Groom, it could be any of the other kids this year made some modifications to their cars, and you know, you never know who's going to win. And that's what's beautiful about this race.
Okay, again, the starting ramp electronically activated.
Yeah, Larry starts the.
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
And the voice that they'll be hearing in the background is Larry Myers, who is the voice of the Spartans at Spartan Bowl.
Larry's such a great guy. Got such that calming, smooth voice. I love.
Oh, he
Larry.
does an excellent job.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
There we go. Nice
Well,
start.
they dropped this time, and here we go.
It looked like Groom had the lead in the beginning just by a little bit. Looks like he's opening up the lead there. Groom has 123. We're going to find out as we, you know, again, from this angle, it's hard to see exactly who has the lead. It looks like Groom has the lead a little bit right now so far. We'll find out.
They cross, the light will come on in that lane, whoever was first.
Yeah, it looks
We're
like
about
Groom has
at the
it.
end. There it is.
Lane number 1,
Yeah.
your winner. That is Zeke Groom.
Zeke Groom is the winner from that.
Okay, that was a. Right here he is, 123.
Yeah. That doesn't mean Dakota's day is done. Again, it's a double elimination. All the kids at least get the race
Right, in
twice.
past years we've seen some that lost actually turned out to be winners.
Turned out to be winners, yeah. Something, the weight is off, or if they crash into the bearing at the end, they're automatically disqualified. You have to stop before the end down there, and if you don't, if you crash into it, you're automatically
That's
DQ'd.
right.
Yeah, here's a replay
So-
of this as we see the fit. Again, nice car length lead there for
Nice
a
move,
win for
right.
Groom. Yeah, nice camera work there from the guys down there at the bottom of the hill. And so here we go as,
I go camera work for our crew.
yeah.
These are veterans here at TV3.
Yeah,
and-
they do a great job. They,
They
make
sure
us
do.
look good. They do.
Okay, 316 will be one of the vehicles.
In lane 2.
Is that Dylan?
Lawson.
Okay, Dylan Lawson. And there's an orange car.
I couldn't quite see the number over there. We'll wait to see what Larry has to say or hear what Larry has to say. That car.
And the
I like that.
driver in the orange car is decked out in orange.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his color.
Kind of the Dukes of Hazzard kind of color there, you know. But yeah, Park Place Church of God. I like that 316. We know what that's for. That's nice. But I can't see a number there on the car right there on the orange car. But we'll find out here in a second. It's number 30. We're hearing from the guys in the truck. That's Blaine Hornsby.
Okay, we're about set to go. They're making sure final instructions to the drivers.
Yeah, very, very, very. You know, again, kids getting the instructions. It's you know, you got to know how to drive these things. It's not just going down there on a sled. You know, what I mean, you got to make sure that you keep the straight and.
They had practice runs Thursday and Friday
Yeah.
and in the afternoon, so all these youngsters are a little bit familiar with the track. I think this isn't the first time they've seen the track.
Yeah, and not only that, now we got the wind, and it's been windy pretty much this week. But again, the wind does play a factor, and since it's going across the track, or I'm sorry, it's going with the track. I mean that plays a big difference.
They're heading into the wind, but
yeah, they're
whether
going with
that's a problem, I don't believe it is.
Oh, it's coming out of the east, sir. I thought it was going to.
Nice start.
Yeah, good start. That's a pretty
Number
dead heat right there.
316 and number 30.
Still a loss in the 316 on lane 2.
Yeah, this looked pretty much dead heat right now.
All right, they're halfway down. It looks like we'll be waiting for the green or red lights to come on.
Yeah, this is. I tell you, a little slower pace from the other one. It looks like Hornsby just a little bit may have the lead, and it is Hornsby. No, it's not Hornsby. It's Lawson. Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, I got to forget when we go down there, it turns different on our cameras. Yeah, they're on the opposite side of the track from that. So that's Lawson.
Nice, smooth race, good driving.
Yeah, again, it doesn't matter how quickly, as long as you get across the track first. And Lawson has that little bit of a lead. He's kind of feeling the pressure there from Hornsby, but he pulls it out at the last minute, kind of very close.
You can see the cars coming toward the finish line.
In lane 1, car number 45, that's driven by Kaylor McKinney. And in lane 2, car number 1, driven by Garrett Stanbro.
Garrett Stanbro in car number 1, and Kaylor McKinney in number 45.
45. Okay, we're about ready to go. A yellow and a silver car.
Yeah. Looks like Stanton versus Union Savings and Loan there. And Garrett, he's been in this race since the inception. His family's from a family of racers, and he took a crash, kind of a hard crash his first year. And, he didn't let it deter him. He's back at it every year after that, and he was tough, and unfortunately wasn't able to finish. His car was too damaged the first year when he crashed, but again, he's back at it and ready to go. And
well, these youngsters enjoy this, you can tell, and
and
their families and friends are here watching them.
Yeah, it's a family affair. I mean, you get the families involved. Some of the families may have raced
they build
prior
the cars
to that.
at home and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, from what I understand, they're not allowed to use a kit, so this is pretty much homemade. And again, you'll see the different types of aerodynamics on each car.
Here we go.
I'm impressed with the driver in the yellow car, the way he sits back real low,
yeah.
cutting down wind resistance.
Yeah, I remember that last year.
In lane 1.
Underway.
Stanbro in lane 2 in car number 1.
Yeah, it looks like Stanbro is going off to the side a little bit right there. Can't quite tell from where we're at now who exactly has a lead at all. It looks like it's pretty much neck and neck as we are coming towards the end. And it looks like Stanbro. No.
Lane number 2, Garrett Stanbro.
And Stanbro takes off to the right. Yes, no, it wasn't Stanbro. It was McKinley crashes. Kind of went in front of Stanbro there, but there was no crash, as you see. Obviously, a parent running down there and make sure he's all right. It's very safe too. You'll see the kid get up real quick, and but Garrett Stanbro pulls it out. And again, you talked about the differences, Fran, and the car designs. And again, right there, McKinney is laying back. I mean,
yes.
And a very close race there from Garrett. We'll see the finish here, see if we can't catch. No, we couldn't catch, but McKinney, of course, crossed Stanbro. We'll see this again, see if, no. But again, McKinney is fine, jumped up and ready to go.
Yeah, these youngsters sit as low as they can to cut down on wind resistance.
Yeah, see, she's fine.
Good.
And very, very safe. And of course, as a parent, you see that happen. It's like, oh, that's kind of scary.
A big supporter. They helping us out here. Don
Yeah, we've had a
Booth.
few crashes over the years.
Yeah. We've had one took our van out. Remember a few years ago took our van out.
Yes.
John has a photo of that in his office. Took the van out, but again, child jumped back up, fine, totally.
Prosecutor, and also Donnie Myers Farms Instructors has been a big help to getting everything together here. So we'd like to thank those folks. We're going to mention those throughout the day here. They were a big help to getting
Okay, we are waiting for some more cars to be placed on the starting ramps. And while they do that, we'll stop right now on the TV3's coverage of the Lions Club 2016 Downhill Derby in Connersville.
This will be shown later.
This is Titan 1-4. No signs of life.
Titan 1-4, hold your position.
What do you got?
Unmanned aircraft is identifying enemy sniper.
Copy that. Let's move. Thanks, Reaper 1-1. We got it from here. Sensors coming off target.
Learn more at airforce.com.
We are seeing number 123 getting ready to race for the second time. And that other car, what is
A04. Arian Walford.
Do we have that one?
Yeah, Arian
Oh,
Walford.
okay.
I know my handwriting is terrible. I'm writing this down for Fran.
No
You can't
problem.
even read
You
it.
can-
Terrible.
You can decipher your own.
Yeah, I can
That's
decipher
the
my
main
own.
thing.
Zeke won his first race.
Right.
The first race of the day, and Arian drew a bye, and so they're
Okay,
going
so
at
his
it.
first
Yeah.
time out.
Yeah, so they're going at it right now.
Okay,
So
we
again,
are
another
just
stand
about
car.
set to go here. It's the cars are placed in the starting ramps. The final conversation with the drivers to see if they're okay.
You know, the adrenaline has to be pumping for these kids as they get ready to go. I mean, it's an exciting
you know
thing.
it is.
It's like being on a roller coaster, and you know, they're down there, and again, it's they have some, you know, some skill involved with it, as we know, but you know, it's the design of the car and the gravity.
Sure.
Ariane Wofford, lane 2 to 123, Zeke Groom.
Ariane Wofford and Zeke Groom going at it.
Okay, the winners here today get some handsome trophies, Ron.
Yeah. And bragging rights.
I
That's
think
always
about
important.
everybody wins something.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's the way it should be. I should be ready here in a second. Everything looks okay
I
at the
hope so.
finish line.
Yeah, looks like it's ready to go. Not sure what the delay is, but you know, again, we've seen delays happen here. You know, a starter problem, or just getting the cars organized and get them ready to go. But once they start going, they're ready to go. And Joe gave Larry the
Okay, now they've got
Yeah.
to go ahead, and we are
And here we go.
set for this
3,
particular heat coming up.
1.
Good
nice
start.
start. Yeah, looks like Ariane had just a little bit of a lead right there, Ariane. And
So cameras pick them up.
again, can't quite tell from here exactly who is in the lead. We'll find out here in a second as
They head toward the finish line at our finish line camera.
it looks like Grooms is going to pull it out again.
Your winner
Groom.
in lane 2. And a 123, Zeke Groom.
Yeah, Jake Groom pulls it
123
out.
so far has been a successful number here.
Yeah, he win pretty handily both times, and he's got to be feeling good going into his next race. But that doesn't mean it's over for Ariane. She's still going to have another race, and we've seen Fettinger last year come out of the losers bracket. He lost
Yes.
very late in the winners bracket to come back and win. So
In lane 1.
I remember.
16.
yeah,
That's driven by Dylan Lawson.
Dylan Lawson back at it. He won his first race, number 316 in the north lane, and lane number 1. And number 55, I don't think I
In
have.
lane 2 will be the 55, driven by Nathan Wofford.
Nathan Wofford.
There,
Yeah,
there he is, but we had a wrong
Had,
number,
had,
though,
a,
didn't
had
we?
a different number.
Okay,
So.
yeah, they changed numbers on us.
Yeah.
We have that happen every so often.
Yeah, every so often.
In coverage of,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
different sports, Ron.
Yeah.
We've been there, haven't
Yeah,
we?
we sure have. Yeah, it's never our fault. Oh, nice shot there for.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah, he's excited. I mean, these kids are excited. As you got Nathan in there, he's ready to go. And boy, I tell you what, number 316 right there, he's ready to go. Dylan, look at him, he's focused.
Close-up views of our
Yeah.
drivers.
And he's like, get that camera out of my face. I'm focused. I'm ready to go. Yeah, I gave the thumbs up to old Nathan over there, and
Everything's
Okay,
ready.
green light at the bottom of the hill. Everything's ready up here, and here we go.
there we go.
3, 2, 1.
There they go.
Dylan Lawson in
Good start.
316.
Yeah, nice start. Looks like 316 had a slight lead right there. You know, it doesn't look like Nathan Wofford is kind of leaning as forward as most people, both of them. But he's kind of zigging and zagging there a little bit. Don't know if that's going to cost him any time. Again, you want to be as straight as possible, and he's zigging and zagging. That may, who knows? We'll find out here in a second. And it looks like, yes, it looks like it worked out.
Sure did.
Your winner in lane 2.
Yeah.
In the 55, Nathan Wofford.
Nathan Wofford pulls it out in lane 2. I thought with the zigging and the zagging it may have cost him some time, but not at all. And that's the first defeat there for number 316, Dylan Lawson. So he's in the loser's bracket. Again, he can still come back and win. You know, again, they got to time it out with all the cars down there to make sure they come up here. And here they go. Well, that's a Riley Smith.
Number 352
Number
being
352.
put in there. Riley Smith.
Yeah, Riley Smith, just from you know, Ray Gawley's his grandpa, and so he's into this. You know, he's into this because of Ray being the chairman. And you know, Riley's a ham. Right? I directed Riley and his father in a play, Three Musketeers, and I tell you what, Riley, that guy, that guy's a talented kid. I mean, very impressed with him. He likes doing this, but he's going up against Gracie Filler, who I tell you, Gracie knows what she's doing here, Fran. You know that.
And in lane 2 in the 352, that is Riley Smith. 352.
I tell you what, Filler last year gave Fettinger all he wanted. I mean, she actually beat him in a race, but couldn't hold him off towards the end there, and so.
Last minute preparations here.
Yeah, you talk about laying back. That's what Riley's doing. He's pretty much laying on his back.
Driver's situated in the vehicle.
We'll see if that gives him an advantage over the other driver, and we'll know shortly here.
Yeah,
Final
I would be
instructions.
afraid. Leaning back so far, I'd almost be afraid. Like, you know, I'd almost afraid I'd fall asleep. Be too relaxed. You know, that wind in your face.
Good final instructions here.
Yeah, they're giving
From
Riley all the instructions.
Some of the folks that run this program, all from the Lions clubs of Connersville and Everson.
You know, Lions Club does, you know, such great things. I mean, they help out with eyeglasses for people who need eyeglasses. I mean, it's just a great, wonderful organization. And, you know, if you ever see a Lions Club fundraiser, definitely get involved. Just a fantastic group of people, and they do fantastic things.
Yeah, this is a lot of work. They
This
put in a lot of time.
Yeah.
Their committee and all the folks and volunteers.
I mean, they have to, you know, count off 850 feet and, you know, keep this safe for the kids. Again, this is for the kids, and safety is number one.
Here we go.
3, 2,
Comes the countdown.
Ooh, that's great.
Bad
Riley's
start.
got- I don't think Riley can hear. Yeah, Riley cannot hear, so he's.
malfunction in
Yeah, we'll have to wait till he comes back because he's not hearing anything. Yeah, so Riley's probably thinking, boy, I'm winning.
Yeah, yeah, I'm really ahead.
Yeah, so, yeah, Gracie could not get it. And, you know, we haven't seen this type of start happen where he got there. But Riley, yeah, he's feeling pretty good. But every time you have to bring him back up. We may have to take a break to get this organized. But, yeah, Riley couldn't hear anything. Laying back again, get a little bit too relaxed there. But,
yeah, I'm sure he thought he won.
Yeah.
Until someone mentioned it to him. But,
yeah.
No, you didn't. Hey, we're going to take a break here on the coverage on TV3 of the Lions Club 2016 Downhill Derby in Connersville.
I am for the child who's had 7 addresses in a single year because she's in foster care, because her father abused her, and her mother couldn't believe her. She is the child I am for. I am a CASA volunteer. I am you.
Okay, a break-free fair job of Ron. Apparently that's why this youngster didn't
barely heard. He just couldn't stop. So, you know, apparently what's going on is that the road, we may see a lot of these breaks for the brakes because the road you know, has some kind of holes in it and it shreds the brakes easier. So we may see this happen quite a few times. But again, Gracie Filler in 05, she's in lane 1, and Riley Smith in lane 2. And you know, he's already went down the track, obviously, and
ready to go.
Everybody's ready. Here we
352 and 05 are the car numbers. Good start.
Yeah, nice start. Filler had a slight lead. Looks like she's pulling away a little bit so far right now. You can see that she's in the lead.
Nice straight run.
It looks like she has a decent lead on
finish
Riley.
Finish line camera coming up, and
or no, maybe it looks like Riley has the lead. Yeah, from here it looks like Riley. It is.
Winner in lane 2.
Oh, wow.
Is Riley Smith.
Wow, Riley Smith pulls off the win against Gracie Filler.
Well, this time he wins for good. I mean, the last time when he reached the finish line, he probably said, "I won," and they said, "No, you didn't."
Yeah, as you see, that's a nice half car length victory there for Riley Smith.
Looks good. Okay, number 30, the orange car, back up there.
Yeah, see, number 30 is Blaine Hornsby. He lost his first race. He's definitely want to get back into the
close up of our driver.
Yeah, he definitely wants to get in the winner's circle again. And then Ariane Walford, she lost hers, so whoever loses this one goes home. As you see a shot there of Ariane, and I believe maybe her dad right there, who knows, but they're getting her organized and ready to go. She definitely wants to win. She wants to move on, and so does Hornsby. You know, this is it for these two.
Trying to get the cars positioned.
Oh, what a nice shot right there, the inside of the car, and I believe that's Ariane's car right there. As you see right there, again, Fran, no steering wheel whatsoever. Just have that little T-shaped contraption at the front to do a little bit of the steering, and you got the brakes down there on the right. Just, I mean, just very, very, very simple. Very, very. Not modern. I don't know what the word would call it, but it is what it is. And these guys, these drivers, they know what they're doing.
Remember, again, double elimination.
That was a nice shot there from John there to get that inside of that car. Yeah, Hornsby, he's ready to go. He's wanting to start this race right now. He's feeling it. As the cars are coming
Final
on
instructions to the
they're waiting for
the contestants, and we're just about set to get this one underway.
Hornsby, he's look at that right there. He's a pillar of determination right there. He's ready to go. He's wanting that cars to get on up here right now. That's a nice machine right there, I tell you. Yeah, again, they're checking, looks like, I don't know if they're checking the brakes on Ariane's car or not, but they were looking underneath. Looks like, yeah.
I think they are.
Well, I think I don't think she can do it. Something's going on. I think she's out. It may be a braking system, maybe too much weight, don't know, but it looks like she's going to be DQ'd before we say, yeah, oh, no, they're doing the brake pad change.
I think they're doing the brake job on that car.
Yeah.
So while they do, you want to take a break?
Let's take a break.
Take a break. This is the 2016 Line Club Downhill Derby in Connersville, and you're watching it on TV3.
We just got word that
Yeah, ready to go. No, yes. Fran, we're ready to go.
Oh, they are. They got the brakes fixed already?
It looked like they're fixing the braking system right there, Fran. Ariane Wolford getting her brakes or something fixed there. I'm not quite sure. I'm not a mechanic at all, so I have no idea what they're doing, but nonetheless, they're making her safe. Yeah, there's the brake pad right there, the damaged one. That's, again, got to keep these kids safe. Just heard the news on number 45, Kayla McKinney, in that yellow car that kind of did that crossing in front of Stambro. I think it was Stambro. She's out. That race is out. She can't get her car fixed in time. Larry's confirming it. So that state car is out of competition. So hopefully we can get to Ariane. Car is definitely fixed and they're ready to go. As Larry walks back up, he's getting ready to push the button. And again, good eye on the team to look at the brakes.
Yes.
Don't want any unnecessary injuries
Right, I
at
think
all.
they're taking, precautionary is what they're doing. They're replacing the brakes.
And they do it such a fast time, too.
Green light bottom of the hill. The 04A of Ariane Wofford in lane 1. And the 30 of Blaine Hornsby in lane 2. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. And there they go.
Nice clean start run.
Yes.
They're on their way.
Again, looks like the wind's picking up just a little bit going into the wind. And this looks kind of close from where we're at. Looks like
Finish line camera.
Yeah, looks like Hornsby has the lead. Yeah.
The winner of lane 2. Car number 30, Blaine Hornsby.
And Hornsby saves off elimination. And Ariane Wolford is out, unfortunately. But she gave it her best shot, and
that's right.
Again, you can maybe talk about the faulty brake system. Maybe that is what contributed to her losses, but nonetheless, she's a trooper, and I have no doubt she'll be back. So again, Ariane eliminated. Kayla McKinney won't be racing. Her car will not be done in time, number 45. I don't know. I don't see any cars up here right now, Fran, to get into what's going on. But so far, we've only had a few that have raced twice.
And I'm going to have everybody's attention. Parents, please check the brake pads on your car.
Larry's telling everybody to check the brake pads after each race to make sure that they are fine. The road is rough there at the end. Now, from what I understand, Fran, the history of downhill derby type races, they were on 8th Street Hill at one time, if I understand it correctly, or where were they at back in the?
It was 8th Street and Memorial Drive. Yes,
Now
that's when they That's when it originated back in the 50s.
Yeah, and looking at the pictures that they had back then, there was no barriers. It was the crowd was the barriers.
Yeah, that's right. They stood along the
Yeah.
the edge of the road. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. If you crashed, you were into the crowd. So that's pretty dangerous. Now, again, you know, we look at this again. I can't emphasize this enough. There's a lot of concern about safety, and this is the number one priority for everyone here. And safety is it. And again, look at pictures back in the 50s, and there was none.
okay, a couple of cars being placed in the starting ramps.
Will feature in lane 1, the 65D, that's Dakota Reed Summer.
Yeah, Dakota Reap Summer. He lost his first race.
16, Dylan Lawson.
Yeah, Dylan Lawson, number 316. Fran, he won and then lost. So again, whoever loses this is out. So it's a third race for 316 Lawson. And only the second for Reap Summer, but Reap Summer lost his first time. Again, Reap Summer wants to continue on, and so does Lawson. Yeah, you see, boy, he's again. That's Lawson right there. He's focused.
All business, right?
Yeah, not even. I would be hamming it up if the camera was in my face. You know that, Fran. Everybody knows that. And these kids are like, forget about it. John, get that camera out of my face. I'm ready to go.
That's right. I've got more important things to do.
Yeah. Yeah, nice shot there from behind to see, again, you see the aerodynamics of the cars. And again, every car is a bit different.
Track is clear. We're ready to go.
Here comes the countdown.
3, 2, 1. Dakota Reed Summer in lane 1. Dylan Lawson in lane 2.
Still looks very close.
Think so, yeah. Pick them up here shortly. Doesn't take long, about 30 seconds, as we mentioned, to complete the heat.
Yeah, I still can't tell who's quite in the lead, but it looks like it's. Oh wow, this is a close race, and it
Winner
looks.
in lane
Yeah.
1, Dakota Reed Summer.
Dakota Reap Summer
And
Okay.
5D.
eaches it out or exit out, whatever, and Lawson goes home, unfortunately. Oh, look at that. That's just close. I couldn't even tell. Wow, right there. There it is.
Yeah, half a car length, third
Yeah,
of a
I'd
car
say
length.
so. Yep. Yep. Very nice race right there. Looks like Zeke Groom is back at it again. He's won his first 2 races. Here's his third one. He's going to go up against.
That's number 123 being placed in the starting ramp.
Yeah, he's going up against Riley Smith, who beat Gracie Filler. So it's going to be a good race here as Groom looks to extend his winning streak to 3, and Smith looks to extend his to 2. I'll tell you what, that Smith car, you just see his eyes. I mean, that's all you see.
That's right. He sits so low. He just has his eyes above the body of the car, just enough to be able to steer.
Yeah, that's enough to make somebody claustrophobic. Yeah.
Yeah, they sort of seal him in. I mean,
he said, now they're putting tape. So
yeah, I mean,
they're taping him
there's
in.
no way is he going to get out.
Yeah,
of
he's
there.
not going to get out. So, I mean, yeah, you just see his eyes and just enough to where he can breathe. Other than that, just go ahead and keep taping. That's his dad right there taping it, James.
Yeah.
And, just a great family, great people. And, I don't know if that tape would add extra weight. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
could be.
I tell you what, this Groom kid, he's focused right there. He's
123 in lane 1.
he's a good racer. I mean, he's won
Good.
pretty good.
Good close-up pictures. And
352 Riley Smith.
Riley, remember, had a brake problem. Couldn't stop when Gracie had that false start, and they fixed it rather quickly. So hopefully his brakes don't fail again. Even if you win, if you crash into the barriers, you're out. Nothing like doing that race as the truck and brings up the cars.
right, as soon as they get up the hill, we'll be ready to go.
So far this morning.
Things look good at the finish line.
Yes. You know, this is something too, a fact, you know, again, Riley concealed in his car, basically, you know, heat sometimes can play a factor in, with these kids, you know, but luckily that we got a nice gentle breeze. It's, I don't know see what my phone has when it comes to the temperature wise, but right now it's, see, I have 76. It feels pretty good.
We're waiting on a gentleman at the bottom of the racetrack on the
Yeah, the racetrack's getting set up, ready to go. Yeah, they're clearing the track. I'm not quite sure what's going on down there, but looks like it's still, they got the green light going, so it's.
They're doing some work at the finish line, but
yeah,
should be taken care of there shortly. Now we're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
Now they're ready to go.
3, 2, 1.
Nice clean start again.
In 123 in lane 1. Riley Smith in 352 in lane 2.
Can't quite see who's winning so far. You know, these are nail biters. As Riley kind of zigging and zagging a little bit.
We're coming up on the finish.
Yeah, it looks like Groom has it by over
Hey,
Carly.
Groom, your winner, lane number 1 in the 123.
Boy, he's tough. Right now, Fran, he looks like he's the favorite.
Yeah, he's really been successful in his heats, 123.
Yes, he has. So Riley is in the, looks like Eric Fediger. He has not signed. You see the finish right there, a nice, clean, almost a dominating victory there for Groom. But it looks like Eric Fediger has not signed in, and he was the defending champion. So we're going to have a new champion in this class, Fran.
Okay, a couple of cars placed in the starting ramp.
Garrick Stambro in lane 2, our near lane, and that's right there. That's Nathan Wofford.
55 driven by Nathan Wofford.
Nathan, he looks like he's just happy. I gave him the thumbs up. He thumbed me up back, and there's Garrett Stambro again. He's been doing this for years. He's liking.
Here it's sponsored by Gibbs Auto and Body Shop, and also Union Savings and Loan here in Connersville.
Yeah, Garrett, of course, been doing this ever since
sponsored by
the conception.
USA.
Okay, here we go. We're ready for the countdown. They're checking the finish line to see if everything's clear.
Don't have the green light just yet. Again, safety number 1. Got to make sure that there's cars are out of the way. There's no debris on the track at any time. Don't want these kids to get injured in any way.
Yeah, they really stress safety all the way through.
Yes.
Which is the way it should be. I mean,
oh, absolutely. I mean, you got to be safe.
Any youngsters injured in this?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, again, talked about you mentioned earlier about a family affair. It is a family affair. You know,
yes.
You have the families that get together, the father-sons, the father-daughters, the mother-sons. I mean, they all get together, the mother-daughters. They get together, and they design these cars. And you know, I like the eagle there with Nathan Walford's car. Again, not quite sure how he's related to Ariane. If he is, it could be a sister, could be a cousin, not sure. But, again, you see kids with the same last names, brothers, sisters get involved. And
sure.
They may not be in the same category. They may be in a different category, but that's what's nice about this. And not quite sure what the delay is. The green light's on down at the start or at the finish line, but no indication up here at the starting ramp what is going on.
I'm not sure what the delay is either. Green light's on at the finish line.
Yeah, the last minute instructions there for Nathan.
Looks like we're ready to go now.
Track is clear, we're ready to go. 3, 2, 1.
Nice clean start. Well, that's pretty dead heat right there.
Nathan Wofford in lane 1 at a
Nathan had that
55,
zigging and
third
zagging
Sambro.
against his last opponent, and that seemed like that would pull it off. We'll find out if he pulls that out this time. And pretty straight from both of them right now. Can't quite see.
Yeah,
maybe
near the finish
maybe
line.
Stanbro has a little bit of a lead right now. Yeah, it looks like Stanbro is pulling out a decisive victory.
And your winner
Absolutely.
in lane 2, Garrett Sambro.
Car number 1, right?
Yeah, car number 1, Garrett
That's Garrett's
Stanbro.
second win of the morning.
Yeah, and Nathan goes into the losers bracket, but again, does not mean that he is out of it totally. Maybe he needed to zig and zag.
Okay, number 30 will be racing next, one of them, and the other number will be number 05.
Yes, which is Gracie Filler. Gracie Filler lost her first race against Riley Smith. And number 30 lost, but then won his last race, Blaine Hornsby. So again, whoever loses here, the day is over. Yeah, I'm glad it's a double elimination. You know, all the time involved to come out and just race once, that would be almost rude. So it's good that they, and we've seen kids, Fran, you know this, we've seen kids come out of the losers bracket and win.
Yes,
You know,
we've had that happen,
yeah,
certainly.
Yeah, they just make a adjustment on the way that they drive, or I don't know if they're allowed to make adjustments during the race with their cars or not, as long as they are under the 280 limit. I'm not sure what they can do, but I would imagine you don't want to be close to 280. I imagine you want to be, as light as possible.
And in lane 2, the 05 of Gracie Filler.
Yeah, there's Gracie Filler right there. She's, again, she's a competitor.
They're bringing 4 cars up as soon as they make the trip up the hill back to the starting line. Why, they will be having a race here.
Yeah. Yeah, and the reason why you may think, well, why don't they race when the cars are coming up? But you just never want to have a kid go right of center or cross and
That's
crash
right.
into the vehicle bringing up the trucks or the cars.
It handles 4 at a time.
And you know what I love about these kids, every one of them, friend. You can't tell when you see the kids coming up who won, who lost. I mean, they're talking to
That's
each
right.
other.
Yeah, they're all friendly.
Yeah, they're all
Some of-
talking to each other.
I'm sure some of them go to school together.
Oh, I'm sure, and I'm sure at the end of the race, somebody walks up to their mom, "Can so-and-so stay all night?" All that stuff happens. I mean, these kids are friends. It's, they don't remember that stuff. If only the world could be more like that.
Okay, so final instructions to the drivers. These cars are checked after each
Yeah.
race, I think, Ron,
Yeah,
aren't
they
for
have to
brakes?
be, especially for the brakes.
To be certain the brakes are substantial.
Yeah, we've had quite a few braking issues so far early, Fran. So we definitely need to, they definitely need to check those. And
These fellows from the Lions Club, they check both drivers,
Yep.
have some words of advice for them.
I'm hoping, Fran, that we can get another shot of inside the car again. That was pretty
That was
impressive
interesting.
seeing, yeah, very primitive. That's the word I was looking for. Very primitive on how it is. Driver skill and gravity. I mean, that's it. And design. I mean, again, you got to consider that. Gracie, she's taking her helmet off and getting another helmet. Yeah, I'm not sure if she liked the fit of well, the other one was like a ball, like a baseball cap. So she's, again, I hate to mention this, but maybe that helmet's heavier. Maybe she needs a lighter
Could be.
helmet. You never know.
It's prettier anyway.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one's got the face mask and everything.
Yeah, she's ready to go now.
Yeah. Boy, right there, Hornsby, he's ready to go. Again, he won his last race, so he's feeling a lot of confidence. Gracie Filler lost hers. She's feeling some desperation. Has to win it. She wants to win it. You know, she went very far last year. If I remember right, she was in the championship against that Bettinger.
Okay, they are certain that the helmet is on properly and fastened, ready to go.
Track is clear, we're ready to go. We've got
Boy, the wind's picked up.
Lane Hornsby in 30 in lane 1 and Gracie Filler in the 05 in lane 2. So here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, it looks like Filler had a slower start right there. We'll see if that makes a difference with Hornsby. Looks like he may have a slight lead from where we're at right now, but we'll find out how it ends here in a few seconds. Oh, this looks neck and neck, Fran.
Finish line camera.
Wow. Looks like Hornsby pulls it off.
Like
Winner in lane 1.
orange the winner, right?
Yeah.
Lane Hornsby in the 30.
Yep, wow. Again, that was one of those last second ones I couldn't quite tell. It's Filler's day. She's done in shocking fashion. But again, that looked like that last second. It was Hornsby right there, pulled it off. And now they got some of the other cars ready to go. You know, 65D, that's a nice race right there as you see the replay. The 65D, Dakota Reeves Summer. He's already in the starting blocks. He's ready to go.
Let's see whose competition will be here as soon as they get a car placed in there.
Yeah, 65D, 352. Right there it is. Good shot there from John. 65D, 352 is Riley Smith. Riley lost his last race. Get him back in it and see what he can do. If he loses this race, he's out. And 65D, again, lost and then won. So 65D won their last race. They're feeling the confidence, and Riley's wanting to try to make a change, and hopefully he'll be in the victor. But again, the loser here is out.
Okay, here comes the second car they're placing on the ramp.
Yeah, again, Riley one had some brake problems. Haven't seen any problems out of 65D so far. Dakota Reeves Summer. You know, again, even the helmets are aerodynamic.
65D driven by Dakota Reeves Summer. And in lane 2, the 352 driven by Riley Smith.
Yeah, they get them in there perfectly. And again, it's going to take an hour to get Riley in there. They got to tape him in and give him some oxygen. Again, nice shot there from John. You see hardly any space there, Fran. I mean, Riley is just, I mean, you and I couldn't fit in there, but
No,
Riley's in there perfectly.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of room left after the youngsters get into the cockpit.
You know, I'd like to see the inside of his car because him laying down so far, we saw the inside of, I think it was Hornsby's car last time, where it had that kind of that T contraption as the steering. Well, with Riley leaning back so far, they would have to have some other steering, maybe, you know,
Yes.
if it's on the sides, each side from the steer. But we'll maybe see if we can't get an inside shot of his car later on. That's impressive. You know, nice as you see a shot there of the car of you know, the different styles of cars as Hornsby or Reeves Summer, I'm sorry. He's in there and he's ready to go. He's leaning forward and has that aerodynamic helmet, you know, to ride the wind a little bit as they're taping Riley in again with red tape this time. Yellow or white tape didn't work.
Now they all have the same wheelbase, Ron.
Yeah.
The cars, and as we pointed out, they all have the same size wheels. And braking system's the same. Steering system is the same.
Yep. It's just the aerodynamics and the drivers.
So we're looking for a final signal.
Yep.
We can.
We got green down there, and we got a little bit as Kids are getting their pictures taken from their parents, it looks like. There's last-minute pictures in there. Yeah, not quite sure exactly what the holdup is here. Again, it's the green on the bottom.
Everybody looks ready.
Yeah, Larry's ready to go. Looks like they're doing something with Riley's car. Can't quite tell as you know, the gentleman who was there by Riley. Larry's blocking me, but it looks like they're maybe fixing that brake because Riley has had their systems.
Riley Smith in the 352. In lane 2 to 65D, Dakota Reed Summer.
Yeah, it looks like it was a technical on the start frame.
So, they're ready.
We may have a false start here. We'll find out. And no, it's not.
Good start.
Yeah. Riley's start was actually a lot better than Reed Summer. Looks like Riley has a little bit of a lead over Dakota. Riley kind of drifting to the right a little bit.
Just a little.
It looks like Reed Summer is going to pull it out. No. Right. Yeah, Reed Summer. Yeah. Dakota pulls it out. Very close right there. Is again, Reed Summer just has that little bit of a lead. Couldn't quite tell. Looks like
Dakota is still alive in the losers bracket.
Yeah, right there. It looks like, yeah, very good. It looked like Riley about pulled it out, but Reed Summer held him off, and he continues on.
Finish.
And Riley Smith's day is unfortunately over. So now it's going to be more of get these cars up because we're down to Garrett Stambro. He has 2 victories. He's still in. Blaine Hornsby, he's 2-1. He's still in. Nathan Walford, he is 1-1. He's still in. Dakota Reed Summer, he's 2-1. He's still in. And Zeke Groom is 3-3. He's still in. So we just have a few races left. Looks like Garrett and Zeke are the only ones in the winner's bracket. So we may see them next.
Okay, before we have the next race coming up, no cars on the Sterling Ranch right now. I think they're waiting for some to come up the hill from the finish line. So while they get ready for the next heat, let's take this break. You're watching on TV3, the Lions Club 2016 Downhill Derby in Connersville.
Cradles Child Care at the Hope Center offers a loving environment for children of high school students, college students, and our working parents. We accept infants 2 weeks of age to 3 years old. If you are looking for a low-cost child care, please contact 825-1244 or visit our website at hopecenterconnersville.com.
Okay, Ron, we have 123 up there again, and number 1, I think they're both undefeated.
They're both undefeated. Zeke Groom is he's 3-0, and Garrett Stambro is 2-0. So this is the winner of this goes into the championship.
Okay.
So whoever wins this will be the one to beat. Yeah, Larry is talking it up right now as both haven't been beat. Zeke Groom, from what I understand, from Oxford. So, you know, he's a foreigner coming all the way over here and dominating the racetrack. Of course, Garrett Stambro, a native Connersvillian, he definitely wants to put a stop to Groom and go on and advance to the championship. We'll find out here in a few seconds how it goes.
Well, it's good that they open this up to the area. Anybody that wants to race. I mean, at one time it was, well, the first year properly it was just Fayette County.
Oh, yeah, because
Connersville, Fayette County because of the bicentennial. But now they've opened it up, and these youngsters have no place else because there are very few of these derbies around anymore.
And that's pretty sad because this is a nice, fun sport for the kids. Again, it's a family involvement. So, you know, this definitely is something that needs to be promoted and needs to keep going.
At one time, I mean, soapbox derbies were huge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's time to bring that back.
Right, and we're doing our best here, but
Looks
no,
like
they welcome.
Stanbro's pull it out. Nice, decisive victory.
Garrett Stanbro.
Yeah, Stanbro moves on. Zeke Groom.
Okay, that's a first loss for number 123.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to have to start bringing these cars back up quickly.
Yeah, 55 and 30 are getting ready to race now.
Yeah, again, this is the double elimination right here, 55 and 30. Again, nice race there from Stanbro as he pulls off a decisive victory against the undefeated Zeke Groom. And Stanbro is the one to beat, but something tells me Zeke Groom may be the guy to beat in the losers bracket. But we'll see here as number 30, Blaine Hornsby. He's 2-1. He's going up against Nathan Walford, who is 1-1.
Driven by Nathan Walford in lane 1. And in lane 2 is the 30, and that's Blaine Hornsby.
Nice shot there inside the car of Walford there. Look at that. I mean, he's pumped up. He's ready to go. And you see the car of Hornsby, number 30. Again, definitely contrasting the styles of cars. Walford has the kind of the points at the end with the eagle, and Walford's pretty much Cleveland Browns. It just has the orange. And number 30, he's pretty basic.
There's the countdown.
1.
Underway, and number 55 had a short lead as they went by us here near the starting line.
Blaine Hornsby in lane 2 in the orange vehicle.
This looks very, very close right here. Of course, Hornsby's now going off to the right a little bit. Not sure what that's all about. Not sure if that's going to hold him up or not. But and it looks like Walford has a slight lead, and he does.
The winner in lane 1 in the 55, Nathan Walford.
So he moves on, and Hornsby's eliminated. So now we just have. Now it looks like we have a nice race there, almost a car length lead. Now we have Walford and Reepsummer and a losers bracket. So we're going to have to wait to get Walford's car up here so he can go up against Reepsummer.
Okay, they'll be bringing up here shortly, checking the brackets.
Yeah, it looks like right there as we're looking at the brackets right there. Yeah, they're going to have to bring up number 55, and he's going to go up against
123.
Again, number 123, which is Zeke Groom. And then Reepsummer, he's, yeah, it looks like there's Riley Smith there with his, he's got nice hair. Yeah, that's hair that I want. Yeah, so it's going to be Groom going up against Walford. And then Dakota Reepsummer, he's in the loser's bracket. He's going to take on the winner of that race. So we're going to have some stopping and going here really quickly, Fran.
Right, they'll be bringing in here the cars on this way now, and they'll be getting them in the starting ramp, and we'll be underway as we're nearing the completion of this particular weight, Ron, the 280.
Yeah, this has been fun to see these kids race, and again, Zeke Groom won his first 3 races in dominant fashion, went up against Stanbro and got beat, so he's in the loser's bracket. So he's still alive again. Once the winner out of the loser's bracket goes up against Garrett Stanbro, they have to beat Stanbro twice.
Yes.
Twice to be the champion. So Stanbro's sitting pretty. He's feeling really good as he's coming up. He's in the front seat of the car. Stanbro is. Everybody else is in the back. So he's. Yeah, there's an inside shot of a car right there. I'm not sure what car that is, but again, that T-shaped right there is a steering. You got the braking right there on the right. Very complex, and that's a Riley too. Not sure that's probably the next class.
Again, this is a 280-pound weight. Youngsters 10 to 18. The car and driver cannot exceed 280 pounds.
Yeah, I would need I couldn't fit in any of these cars. That's, and again, the adult-sized cars and the kid-sized cars are about the same.
I think so.
Yeah, the lighter you are, the better. It's almost like horse jockeying, yeah.
Okay, unloading the cars, and
the kids are ready to go. And again, I'm just thoroughly impressed with these kids. There's, they lose, it's no big deal. They, it's not that they could care less. It's just, they know the important things in life. The important things in life is definitely not, getting all caught up in a race. You do your best, and that's what matters, is doing your best. You see.
Let's see which ones they put in the starting ramps here, so we can get going.
Yeah, it looks like it should be, according to the brackets that was shown, it should be Zeke Groom versus Walford. And Walford's walking down away from, it looks like he's going to where his parents is. He's going way down there, so I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. Don't know if they have a braking problem with one of the cars or not, but we might want to take a break.
They may do break some repair work, because they're watching them very closely, and they're replacing the brakes pretty often here today.
Yeah. Again, what they said was down there at the ending, down towards the finish line, there's a lot of kind of some holes, and that kind of shreds the braking system. Not sure how that works. I'm not mechanical at all. I can't even screw in a light bulb, but definitely safety. Again, can't ever reiterate that enough. Safety's first, and they're going to check these kids and make sure they're fine.
Okay, well, let's stop here in our coverage of the Lions Club 2016 Downhill Derby in Connersville, and you're watching it on TV3.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Okay, number 5th place coming up, Ron, and the cars are number 30 and 352.
Yeah, Riley Smith versus Hornsby, and Cousins versus Cousins.
And a false start.
Okay.
Well, here we go again.
Riley, here we go with Riley again. He can't stop. Oh, no, he did stop.
No, he got.
He was able to
they
stop
probably got
time.
his attention this time.
Yeah.
He was on his way to the finish line.
Yeah,
again.
like the lady with the blue or green umbrella. She waving
stopped him.
Yeah. Yeah, they were like, stop. That's it's second time Riley. But he wants to go after his cousin.
They'll push it back, and we'll try again.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's only our second malfunction on the starting
today,
which is great.
Yeah, they have been doing well with that, and they're checking it right now. And Hornsby's got to be, feeling it. He wants to get out there, go after his cousin.
Right.
And his mother Dawn's right here talking about, they're going to have to deal with the cousin drama afterwards. But you know what's going to happen after they race? Somebody's going to ask somebody's mom if they can stay all night. That's going to happen. Mom, can they stay all night? So they'll be fine. I had a few competitions against my cousin. I always wanted to win, but when it was over, who cares? They're still family afterwards. So. Yeah, apparently the misstarts are caused by the cars. Not quite sure how that is, but it's caused by the cars more than the ramp itself. Not sure, but that seems to be the consensus on the false starts.
Oh.
Yeah, the rounded nose may cause a problem with it, Fran, and you know what? We've seen that where it's been the rounded nose one that's been causing the trouble.
That's true.
Yeah, Gracie Fuller had one with hers.
But the orange has a rounded nose.
Yeah, Yeah. And Riley's is a little bit, I mean, it's sort of round. It's not as pointy as you would see Stambro's car, but
Right.
but Riley Smith's car has that slight round to it, but it's kind of pointy. But I like the basicness of Hornsby's car. Again, he must be a Cleveland Brown fan. Just real basic, just orange and a number on it.
Yeah, they like orange.
Yeah, I'll ask his mom if he's a Browns fan. If he's a tortured soul if he's a Browns fan, because they never win. As you see a shot there of Hornsby getting in his car and getting ready to go.
Well, we're going to try again here to get this 5th place race underway.
I wonder how hot Riley is in there and in that car, but they're ready to go. So this is Ray's grandchildren going after each other. He's got to be proud that these boys have made it this far. And
yes.
It looks like it's a brake problem with. It looks like there may be some brake issues with Blaine's car. Not quite sure, but that's what I heard somebody say as we're getting a camera over there to find out exactly what's going on.
The driver's getting out of the car, so they're going to do some checking here.
Yeah, it looks like they're checking the brakes right there. Nice shot there. I mean, that's a good shot. I'm gonna have to talk to John to find out exactly what that is. I don't, that may be the braking system that when they pull it down, it goes to the ground, and they pull that out and it touches the ground to stop them, and so we'll see what's going on. Blaine's getting back in the car as you see the inside shot of him getting in there. Nice shot.
Well, apparently they're satisfied that the brakes are okay. So.
Yeah. But you can see, because of how it touches the ground when it comes down, if there is any holes, any rivets, it is going to shred it very quickly.
Right. Yeah, it's a plunger-like thing, and that drops
just
down
straight down and
for the brake.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that's taken care of, because you don't want to win a race and again hit the barricade.
Yeah.
We're ready for
We're going to try again.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Good start.
Yeah, it's a good start right there. Looked like Hornsby had a nice little start on Riley.
Riley Smith in lane 2 to 352. This is for 5th place. Winner will receive a trophy, 5th place.
Yeah, winner receives a 5th place trophy, as Larry said right there. And again, can't quite see who's pulling it out. Looks like Hornsby may have a little bit of a lead as we come up to the finish line. It looks like Riley may have a little bit. This is too close to call. I think it's Hornsby. Yes, Hornsby pulls it out.
Okay.
In lane 1.
So Hornsby lost his first race. He's now on a 3-race winning streak.
How about that?
And Riley Smith, his day is done.
So Hornsby is the 5th place winner.
Our next race will feature.
Which I'm surprised. Riley had his last loss. I'm not sure who he took his place, but Riley had his last loss. So Nathan Wofford in 55, and I couldn't quite see who the other kid is, Fran.
I can't either. It's that number that's
looks
really
like
hard
Dakota
to see.
Hornsby, or Dakota Reepsummer, I mean. Yeah, it looks like that may be Reepsummer. Can't quite tell right there.
I thought it was 64, Ron,
64?
but I'm not sure.
We don't have we have 65. Oh, my handwriting is
Okay.
terrible, Fran. I should have been a doctor. I really should have. I just don't know how to count. 65 is the number.
Okay,
It's, yes,
65.
Dakota Reepsummer.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just not good at math and science. That's what eliminated me. I have the handwriting of a doctor.
This is for 4th place, right?
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be for 4th place right here again. Walford won, lost, and won, so he's, hopefully want to erase that trend of win, lose, win, because this would be a loss. So he wants to definitely pull one out for 2 in a row. And Reepsummer lost his first one and won his last 2, so he's feeling really confident.
So we.
Next week, for your listing on Channel 3, Ron Wiley, Fran Schommel doing the play-by-play.
Yeah, I like when Larry gives us the plugs.
Oh, well, yes. And we need to say something nice about him.
Yeah, well, Larry's, I had him on my show.
Right.
Where have you been? You haven't been on my show yet.
This is true.
Yeah. I got a shot of us here. It's a fun time to be out here. Again, next year, if you miss it this year, come on out and watch us this year. It's so much fun to do.
Right.
But, yeah, Larry, I can't say enough good things about that man right there, the voice of the Spartans. The only thing I want to hear him say is when he does 3, 2, 1, you know. He's doing his modified 3. But, yeah, Larry, the voice of the Spartans, that's coming up here in a few months.
It won't be long.
Yeah. And everybody's excited about the boys this year after their run into the regionals last year, winning the sectional title for the first time in 19 years.
It was a great night, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a great night being there at the field house in Newcastle. And,
yes.
And, boy, they about pulled off that upset against Southport. I mean, they played so well, that last quarter was what did them in. But proud of Kerry Brown's boys. And, of course, we have football coming up here in a couple of months. I like that. I like being up in that press box and calling the game. And
yeah, August 19th, I think, is the starting day with
is it?
Richmond.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. That would be. Yeah, that's always a tough opponent, either basketball or football.
That's
when you
right.
play Richmond. Yeah. So a lot of sports coming up here. May have a month or two off, but you got the sports report. You guys are on hiatus for a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Until August. Of course, I still have my show on the spot. Again, had Larry on it. Fran, where you been? Been trying to get this guy on my show since the very beginning. But, he sees too much of me. We talk too much here. But nonetheless, I tell you what, one thing that we got to get Ray on my show. A lot of these guys that contribute here to Lions Club.
Yes.
Very, very, these guys are pillars of our community. They do well. They do a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that just goes unnoticed to make Connorsville great.
Loser of this race will take 4th place.
Yep.
And the winner will move on into the next round.
Now, apparently one of the kids, not quite sure which one, busted their nose. There was a kid that got busted his nose down there. Yeah. Oh, there he is right there. I was looking at, he busted his nose at the end of the race. Yeah, I'm not sure which one he was. I think that may be Hornsby. Oh, it's Riley busted his nose. I couldn't quite tell. Yeah, so Riley busted his nose at the end. They're down there treating him. Riley's a tough kid.
He can handle it.
Oh, he can handle it. Yeah, he's a tough guy. So they're tending to him. So.
Okay, while they get ready for the 4th place finish race, Ron and I are going to take a break. You're watching on TV3 the 2016 Downhill Derby, sponsored by the Lions Clubs of Connorsville and Everton. Okay, here we go with 4th place finish. Good start.
Now again, Reeve Summer, he lost his first one, won his last 2, and
Nathan Wofford in lane 2.
And Wofford's 1 loss 1, so he wants to definitely not have that loss.
The winner moves on.
Now again, the loser's the 4th place, the winner moves on. So we'll find out who is going to be at 4th place, and we're going to find out who keeps moving on. It looks like this is a close race, but Wofford has just a slight lead, and it looks like he pulls it out.
Your winner in lane 2. That is Nathan Wofford.
Yeah, so he moves on, and Reeve Summer is eliminated.
So,
yeah.
Finished for the day.
Dakota Reeve Summer will take 4th place. Nathan Wofford moves on. We have 3 cars left.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 cars left. Of course, Stambro is in. He's already in. He knows that he's in the finals, and he is the guy to beat.
That's right.
So we got Zeke Groom, who had that defeat there by Stambro. We have Zach Groom and Nathan Wofford and Garrett Stambro. So it's going to be Wofford versus Groom coming up next, and the winner of that goes against Stambro. Will it be a rematch between Zeke Groom and Stambro for the title, or will Wofford pull off the victory and deny Groom a chance at redemption against Stanbro. We'll find out here in a moment. Now they got to bring the cars up almost after every race now, Fran.
That's right. There's always a delay. So while they're bringing the cars up, we'll take a stop here. Again, it's the Downhill Derby on TV3 in Connersville you're watching. Ron, this is third place finish.
Yeah, right here is third place. That's Zeke Groom right there. And Zeke won his first 3 races, went up against Stanbro and got beat kind of decisively. So he wants to get back at it because if he wins this, he's back at Stanbro. And, of course, Nathan Walford right there, he won his first race, lost his second, and has won the last 2. So he definitely wants to put an end to Groom's win or Groom's idea of getting into the finals. So again, the winner here, or the loser here, is third place. The winner goes up against Stanbro for the marbles. All of them.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, track is clear, and we're ready to go. 3, 2, 1. And we're off. 55, Nathan Walford.
Good start.
23, Zeke Groom.
Yeah, Walford had
And the loser will
kind of a nice little start.
Trophy winner will advance on to meet Garrett Stanbro.
Had a little bit of a lead as they went by us.
Yeah, it looks like he has a little bit more of a lead, yeah.
See how he does. Comes our finish line camera.
Yeah, I can't quite tell. This is close. Looks like Grooms has the lead by about half a car length, and it gets Grooms.
Your winner in lane 2, Zeke Groom.
Wow, Grooms knocks out Walford right there, and it's now Groom against Stanbro. And
123.
you know, I don't remember the lanes that they had last time that Stanbro and Groom went at it, but we'll find out if they keep the same lane assignments or not. But it's Stanbro versus Groom.
Stanbro in 1, Zeke Groom in the 123. He has double elimination. Garrett Stanbro in that 1 car is not busy. Zeke Groom lost to him in a previous round. So Zeke has 1 loss.
Yeah, here we go with them coming back up now. So we
waiting
gotta
for the
wait
cars to
come up.
be
Yeah.
loaded and brought up.
Yep, and the wind is picking up decisively. Not sure how this is going to affect the race, but you got to believe it's going to have some sort of factor because the wind wasn't this heavy the last time that Stanbro and Grooms went at it. So we'll find out. Stanbro's got to be feeling lots of confidence as he's been waiting for a while. Wow. We may have to take another break as they wait for them to come up. Oh, there's the train as Thomas is in town this week as Thomas is pushing the train. Yeah, you'll see Thomas coming up here in a second as he's in town. The kids are loving that. He's in town for the next 2 weeks, and he'll be out here. And well, where did Thomas go? I thought Thomas was on that.
It's disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know where Tommy went. That's unbelievable. Remember, Ringo Starr used to be the conductor, and then George Carlin, or maybe it was George and then Ringo, not sure, but it was a Beatle and Carlin at one time as a conductor. Used to watch those with the kids.
Okay, one of our cars will be number 1, and we're waiting for the other one to come up that just participated in the last heat, and they are just about here. They'll get it placed in the starting ramp.
Yeah, again, Stanbro a couple years ago had that horrific crash. Not very, I mean, on his car. I mean, he was fine, but you know, his car got mangled up pretty good. He wasn't able to compete a couple years ago, but he's came back every year, and this is obviously his best yet. And as the crowd cheers on some of the kids.
So again, our next race will be.
And it's going to be for all the marbles right here. Garrett Stambro, who had a decisive victory against Grooms. And I'm sure he has a choice of lanes, and he picked lane 2. And most of his victories have came out of lane 2, France. So
That's right.
Has not lost, so if he wins this next race, it's
yeah,
over.
again, Stambro wins, it's over.
If he loses,
If Grooms wins, it's one more time.
he's got to be beaten twice.
So it will be car number 1 against. See who they place in there. Yes.
Grooms versus Stambro for all the marbles. And Stambro has an appropriate number. He is number 1 right now. Yeah, Garrett, of course, works with his father at Showtime Cinemas as a doorman. Rick, of course, the general manager there at Showtime. Been there since they opened up. Former manager of Kunkel's. So this is, again, for all the marbles, double elimination, which means Stambro has to lose twice. Now, 123 wins, they'll switch lanes and do it one more time. So Stambro obviously wants to put it to rest right now. Grooms wants to get that. He wants to get that revenge.
Car 123 against car number 1.
Yeah, there's old Stambro. He's ready to go.
Final preparations.
He's looking pretty calm. He's got a thumbs up.
Waiting for the signal from the official starter, I believe, and Larry will give the countdown, and we're underway.
Again, the wind picking up again. Didn't have this much wind that first race between the two, so you know, again, this could be
Okay, now we're
a
ready.
factor.
3, 2, 1. Zeke Groove in a 123 in lane 1. Garrett Stambro in the 1 car in lane 2.
Very
Stambro
close
wins all over.
to call right now. Both cars drifting just a little bit. Well, I tell you what, I don't know what's going on there with Grooms, but he was zooming to the left, and that's going to cost him the championship as Stambro pulls off the victory. He was undefeated.
How about that?
Yeah. Tell you what, as you watch that race, I mean, it was very close there for a while, but Grooms, as you see the proud Papa, Rick Stambro, pretty happy there for Garrett, but he started zooming there to the left, as you see Grooms' car. As Stambro kept it straight, he kept it pointed, and that was enough for victory. Derek Stambro, your undefeated champion in the 280-pound division.
And now they say they'd race again, Ron.
I don't know if they will or not, but Stambro's champion.
That's right.
Yeah.
Again, reviewing our top 5 here.
Yeah, we're reviewing the top 5. Blake Hornsby was the 5th. Dakota Reeves-Summer in 4th place. 3rd place was Nathan Walford. 2nd place, Zeke Groom, and the champion, the undefeated champion, as we see these ladies enjoying the races. And the champion, of course, Garrett Stambro. He was undefeated. He was 4-0, or 4-0.
A short break.
Now we're going to take a short break.
230-pound class.
230-pound class next, Fran.
10 to 18. That should start about 12:30. Again, don't forget the.
Okay, we're going to take a break here on our coverage on TV3 of this year's Downhill Derby. It's all brought to you by the Lions Club of Connersville and Everton. Again, it's here on TV3. Thanks for joining us.
Bigfoot or
play basketball.
Boy
Fourth place, Dakota Reapsummer. Third place, Nathan Wafer. Second place goes to Zeke Groom. And first place, car number 1, Garrett Stenbro. Just stay right there and let's get some pictures.
Okay, we're talking to a couple of the winners here of today's Derby, and your name is?
Dakota.
Dakota, and where do you go to school?
Eastview Elementary.
And was this your first race?
No.
How many times have you participated in the Downhill Derby?
This year and last year.
Okay, what'd you do last year?
I got 6th place, and the Eagle car beat me for 5th.
How about your car? Who helped you build your car?
My dad and Tim King.
Hey, congratulations, man. And your name is?
Blaine.
Blaine, and you finished where?
Fifth place. I finished in 5th.
Okay, and I think you're all decked out in orange. You had an orange car. Do you like orange?
Yes.
How about your car? Who helped you build it?
We didn't build it. We bought it from somebody.
Okay, is this your first race, or are you a veteran here at the Downhill Derby?
I did it for 3 years.
Hey, having fun?
Yeah.
You going to come back next year?
Yes.
Where do you go to school, Blaine?
Laurel Elementary.
What grade are you in?
5th.
You got a favorite subject?
No.
No favorite subject? Well, you better get one. Hey, congratulations today, man.
Thank you.
Okay, you've got a trophy here, man. You gonna build a room at your house for your trophies?
Yes.
What's your name?
Nathan Wofford.
Hey, Nathan, what finish for you?
3rd.
Very good. Is this your first time to race here at Connersville?
No, I did it last year and this year.
Okay. What about last year? How'd you do?
Good. I don't know what place I went in.
Don't remember. What's your car? Who helped? Did you help build your car?
No, we bought it from Hot Souls.
Okay. Where do you go to school?
Grandview Elementary.
What grade?
2nd.
Are you on the honor roll?
No.
Well, you better work, so I want you to get you on the honor roll, so next year I can say, are you on the honor roll? And you can say, sure.
Okay.
Congratulations, nice trophy.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Are we allowed to move?
Why, and your name?
Ezekiel Groom.
And you finished where?
I finished in 2nd place.
Okay, where do you go to school?
Bogan Elementary.
And what grade are you in?
Going to 7th grade.
Well, what about a favorite subject?
I'd probably have to say science.
Are you a veteran of the Downhill Derby?
Yeah, I was here last year.
How about your last year's finish? Did you do better this year?
I got 3rd place last year.
Okay, a nice trophy. Thanks for joining us today, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, here's a guy with the cup. I think you must have won first place, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And what's your name?
My name is Garrett Stanbro.
Garrett, you've been here last year. I think your name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I got 3rd last year. This is a new car this year.
Okay, good looking car. And did you help build it?
Yeah, me and my dad built it, and with Eric Thumb also helped build it. Union Savings and Loan is our main sponsor, and Jim's Auto Body did the paint job.
Good looking vehicle. Is it aluminum or wood or what?
It's the Luan wood that we use.
Okay. It's good looking. Where do you go to school?
I go to the high school here in Connersville.
Okay, what grade will you be in?
I'll be a senior this year.
Okay, so this might be it. You might not be able to come back next year. Is that right?
Yeah, this is my last year, as far as I know.
You're going to reach the age limit. Well, maybe we can get them to raise the age limit so you can come back.
Maybe, yeah.
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks.
There you go, the winners here of the 280-pound weight class of the Lions Club Downhill Derby 2016 version. We're getting ready for some more races, and thanks for watching TV3 and the Lions Club Downhill Derby.